Now, we are preparing, of course, for another edition of the MATTA Fair, our 59th edition. And we are delighted to continue our long-standing partnership with RHB Bank as our official bank partner for this coming edition of the MATTA Fair. Now, this partnership brings together Malaysia's largest consumer travel fair and one of the country's leading integrated financial services groups. And for MATTA, we see this partnership as an opportunity to further enhance the experience we provide to visitors and support the needs of our members and exhibitors. And we also appreciate RHB Bank's continued confidence in the MATTA Fair and its commitment to supporting the public as well. Now, visitors come to the fair to look for travel deals and also to discover new destinations, new products, new experiences, and to compare options and find experiences that suit their various needs and wants. Now, with this in mind, our collaboration with RHB Bank adds yet another dimension to that experience through travel-focused banking solutions, exclusive promotions, and cardholder privileges. Now, through these offerings, travelers can enjoy greater flexibility when planning and making their travel purchases. Now, in support of Tourism Malaysia's domestic tourism efforts as well, we are also pleased to announce that we have a new Explore and Win promotion for visitors who purchase domestic holiday packages at the fair, with very exciting prizes including Honda Dash motorcycles, domestic holiday packages, and a selection of gadgets and many other prizes to be won. Now, ladies and gents, trust is a very important part of travel planning, particularly when consumers are making significant travel purchases. And the MATTA Fair provides a trusted platform where visitors can engage directly with fully licensed travel agencies and established travel and tourism businesses. Now, this is very important today because, as you know, we have a lot of issues with scams, which are done online. And people who tout travel packages in different events as well. But there's a big difference. Unless you are fully licensed by the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, travelers who purchase from these unlicensed individuals risk having their holiday plans upset, and you may not even be able to recover any of the monies you have paid should something go wrong. So once again, the message out there to everybody is we are a trusted platform. Everybody is fully licensed and you can feel safe when purchasing products from our MATTA Fair exhibitors. Now, more importantly, our partnership with RHB Bank complements this, by providing visitors with access to trusted financial solutions as they plan and pay for their journeys. And ultimately, we want travelers to feel confident about both the travel products they choose and the way they make their bookings. So we've been working with RHB Bank for many editions of the fair. They have grown along with us, and our customers have also benefited from the use of their financial services. And this is the one thing that we emphasize. Trust and security isn't just when you purchase your products, it's also when you have purchased them and you start traveling. And so RHB, as our financial partner, has been able to offer these solutions which combine flexibility, trust, especially when they are already holidaying overseas and need access to reliable financial services and payments. It's extremely important aspect of travel. Now, beyond the visitor experience, this partnership is also important to our members. MATTA Fair provides our travel agencies and tourism businesses with an opportunity to connect directly with consumers and showcase their travel products. And I believe, and I will leave this to our good friend from RHB to announce, they also have a lot of exciting collaborations waiting for consumers this MATTA Fair. In short, we are looking forward to further strengthening our partnership between MATTA and RHB to provide a holistic, all-round, fantastic travel experience for anybody visiting and buying at MATTA Fair. And on that note, I would like to hand the mic over to the more interesting part of this press conference, an announcement from RHB itself as to what consumers can expect at this 59th edition of the MATTA Fair. Mr. Bilok, over to you. Sure.
That's it. A very good morning and salam sejahtera to our valued partners and representatives from MATTA, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. So it's a pleasure to be here again. On behalf of RHB Banking Group, I would like to thank Mr. Nigel Wong, President of MATTA, and Dato' Izzat, Vice President of MATTA, for their continued trust and opportunity to partner with MATTA in supporting Malaysia travel and tourism industry. This is actually the 4th year and the 8th edition that we are participating in. And I think throughout these 4 years, we have actually grown together with MATTA, bringing a lot of joy and value to our customers and the public. So as the official bank partner of MATTA Fair, RHB wants to do more than just be a part of the event. We want to help make travel more convenient, more flexible and rewarding for Malaysians, from planning and booking a holiday to spending overseas and enjoying the journey. So we do actually look into the whole ecosystem of traveling and the end-to-end journey of a travelers. So one good example is actually our RHB multi-currency debit card, which allows customers to hold and spend in 34 currencies with one single card. So basically, you can actually use the card in 34 different currencies, right, as the local there, without any additional conversion. So customers can spend directly from their selected foreign currency balance while easily converting and managing their foreign currencies through the RHB mobile banking app. It's just via just a few clicks through our RHB banking apps, you can actually change to all the 34 currencies. In addition, I think this coming MATTA is going to be a very special event for us as well. As we said, we want to bring more value to customers. We are going to do a soft launch of an additional features to our multi-currency debit card. So please do look out for the soft launch. In short, the RHB multi-currency debit card also gives travelers greater control over their foreign currency, more convenience when spending overseas, as I mentioned just now. Use it like a local. For larger travel purchases, RHB also offers flexible installment plans up to 0% interest, where customers actually can basically spread their payments into more manageable monthly installments. So to look out in terms of for all the participating merchants that is providing this 0% installment plan. So we believe making travel more rewarding is not just about the financial solutions we provide. It's also about giving Malaysians more value as they plan and enjoy their travels. So this coming September, visitors to the MATTA Fair can enjoy even more value when they actually choose to use RHB card. So customers who spend using RHB cards or Islamic cards during the fair can enjoy savings up to RM1,500 with participating travel partners, including corporate information travel, golden destination, and Mitra tours and travel. They will also stand a chance to get, this is something different this year, RM1 Ringgit air tickets in terms of through some of our promotion through our booth, and an Insta360 camera, flight tickets, and giving them even more reason to start planning their next adventure. So we are trying to create also more interaction among RHB and also the customers together with MATTA as well. So these are some of the ways RHB is supporting Malaysians through their travel journey with greater convenience, flexibility, and value. So I encourage everyone to visit RHB booth at MATTA Fair at level 1 and level 2, explore our travel solutions, and take advantage of all the exclusive offers and discounts happening during the few days. So with RHB, we hope to make your next journey not just easier, but much more rewarding. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Just to add to that, I think Mr. Vlog also mentioned something which is very interesting. Travel trends have also started to change a bit because of the conflict, the geopolitical conflicts that we're experiencing around the world. And something that travelers can also take to heart, right, and is that if you book your air tickets normally, right, much further ahead of time, you stand to actually lock in prices that are better, and you hedge against any potential fluctuation in airline ticket prices, right? So this interest-free plan, installment plan offered by RHB is actually one of those mechanisms that will allow travelers to consider booking their packages in full, all right, way ahead of time. It allows you to manage your payments, but more importantly, it gives you the opportunity to lock in better rates. All right, especially if you've already planned your journey for the next 9 to 12 months. Right, so this is a bit of a buying tip for people coming to the fair. Okay.
Hi, I'm reporter from China Press. I have a question for Mr. Nigel. So how do you see MATTA Fair evolving over the next 5 years in response to changing the travel trends?
Well, you asked the tough questions this morning.
Yeah.
Okay, the beautiful thing about MATTA Fair is this platform was actually built by travel agents for travel agents. So naturally, the MATTA Fair platform itself naturally evolves to reflect the different buying trends that we see in the market today. So in answer to your question, over the next 5 years, you can start to see that already you're starting to see that travel agents are beginning to innovate a lot on how they package their travel packages, all right, how they design travel experiences for new demographics and new markets. And this is one of the changes that has already been taking place over the last few years, right, post-pandemic. Now, in response to some of the geopolitical issues that we're facing, travel agents especially are able to adapt and plan ahead, right? Because we work together in a very close community, accommodation providers, ground operators, airlines, right? And together what we've been able to do is we've been able to look at how we can create, all right, travel packages and plans in view of some of these challenges that we are expecting to face, right? So what customers can expect from the MATTA Fair is they can expect to see continual innovation when it comes to new destinations, new types of travel, new sorts of products and packages, right? We can also start to see packages start to accommodate, all right, some of these challenges that we will see globally, all right, through the introduction of additional services. For example, one point in case is how we work with our partner RHB. All right, how we are able to provide that sort of financial flexibility when people travel overseas. And I believe RHB as a financial solution provider will also be changing to reflect this, new trend of travel. And number three, of course, the MATTA Fair will also look at promoting domestic and regional tourism especially. We have found that there is an increased uptake of people traveling within the country. So one of the interesting trends we see is people come to the MATTA Fair and they tend to buy and plan their trips way ahead of time. So it could be they would say, hey, we want to take X number of trips, long distance. And because it's more expensive or because we don't feel so safe traveling to certain areas, we're going to supplement that by traveling more regionally. And more importantly, for the short breaks, we see an increase in domestic tourism uptakes. So this is what we can see moving forward the next 5 years or so. Mr. Milok, if you want to add to that as well.
Yeah, so I think, as what I mentioned earlier, as a financial service provider, right, when it comes to the evolving travel experience, mainly customers are looking to how simple I should travel right now and how safe am I actually traveling. So, for example, the multi-currency debit card is one actually clear example to actually cater for this evolving trend. So customers just need not actually bring all the cash when you travel. You can convert to 34 currencies, and also you don't actually even need to bring the plastic. You can actually provision it into the Apple Pay that we actually enable as well. So this is basically a so-called carefree traveling experience that we are actually providing to our customers. And of course, rewards, values are one key thing in terms of everything right now, right? Everyone's talking about what additional values that I will be able to get from all the purchases that I'm going to make and then the travel packages that I'm going to make. So this is where we continue to actually bring in more values to the customers. Yeah.
Good afternoon, my name is Sophie from Bernama. So my question is for Mr. Nigel. May I know what are the new highlights at this year's MATTA Fair compared with previous editions? And what is MATTA's target for visitor turnout this year?
Okay, very interesting question. We have actually quite a number of national tourism organizations participating this year. I think some of the lists we have here include some of the well-loved destinations. For example, Taiwan, Korea, and Japan will be there, right? We've also got some newcomers like Uzbekistan who have been very active in the last couple of MATTA fairs. And for Uzbekistan, for example, it's very interesting because it's very rich in Islamic history, for example, with some of the more well-known monuments, and attractions. and it's very much easier to get to Uzbekistan now than it was previously. And to add to that, the city of Almaty from Kazakhstan, right, will also be participating. So we see a lot more participation from the Central Asian countries. We've also got quite a good representation from China, a couple of provinces under the China Pavilion, and to add to that, we've also got Henan coming in separately. We've also got participation from other countries like Guam, Hungary, India, Indonesia, Tanzania, the city of Tokyo, and Turkey and the Philippines as well. So you're probably going to find a lot more color, right, when it comes to some of these national tourism organizations participating. On top of that, we've got actually quite a number of new participants in terms of exhibitors. So what customers can expect, without going into specifics, is much more variety at this fair. Okay, I think last but not least, we can also look at some very interesting celebrity turnouts. I'm not supposed to mention it at the moment, okay, but a number of local celebrity turnouts, especially from some famous radio stations, who will also be there on all 3 days of the MATTA Fair. So introducing a lot of new activity, all right, that fairgoers can participate in as well. I hope that answers your question. Visitor turnout, as normal, we are expecting a turnout of anywhere between 150,000 to maybe 180,000 visitors, and we expect that to continue. Oh yes, I might add, we've got overwhelming response for domestic tourism this year. Okay, so I think fairgoers who are interested in more local experiences will find that there's a lot more choice available this edition of the MATTA Fair. We are completely booked out at the domestic hall, and we have a huge waiting list. So that says something. Okay, thanks.
Good morning, I'm Thomas from Malaysia News Channel. I have 2 questions for Mr. Singh. First question is, what is RHB sales growth rate since the partnership in MATTA in 2023?
Well, I sort of know.
Wow. All right. So, as I said, this partnership is really valuable for RHB. So, in terms of our growth rate every year is actually double digit. So, what I can share with you is until today, we have actually acquired together, that means throughout my multi-currency debit card, we have acquired more than 250,000 debit cards now. Yeah. So, it's consistently double digit growth every year.
Congratulations. Second question is, perhaps you can elaborate more on the RM1 ticket.
Elaborate more on the RM1 ticket. Okay, so what customer needs to do is they just need to basically spend. The condition is you need minimum spend of 3,500. You get a chance to go to RHB booth where there will be a gachapon machine, so you can basically draw. So every day there will be a few out of 100 over prizes. Few of them will be this RM1 fare, where customer can actually claim on travel pack. That means in terms of travel air tickets with with CIT up to 3,000 ringgit. Yeah, I think 3,800 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So for example, if your air ticket price is at 3,500, basically just pay RM1 ringgit. Yeah. So it's really exciting and valuable. So do actually spend during this MATTA with RHB card. Yeah. Thank you.
I have 2 questions for Mr. Nigel. First question is, just like you mentioned that many tour players are on the waiting list. Do you plan to expand the floors beyond MATTA?
Thanks, Thomas. Again, thank you for asking hard questions. Look, MATTA is already full to the brim. We want to provide as much opportunity for current exhibitors and new exhibitors where the opportunity arises for them to participate. But we don't want to do that at the expense of value, right? If we just expand in terms of space, it may not bring the same value to the exhibitors that are already at the fair. So for me, the most important thing for MATTA is maintaining the quality of the fair and that does not necessarily mean increasing in size. However, on a separate note, that being said, MATTA is also creating other platforms. The one that you're probably familiar with is the Muslim Friendly Travel Fair. So we do have those platforms available that drill down into specific themes and specific markets. And of course, we also have the State MATTA Fairs, which many of our members are now participating in. The State MATTA Fairs are growing very well as well. So aside from the National MATTA Fairs, there are many other platforms that exhibitors can also utilize.
The second question is the percentage of visitors using the free shuttle.
At the moment, we have about 10% of the total number of visitors to the fair using the free shuttles. We would love to expand that. Already, the free shuttles are very well utilized. And if we find more demand from the public, go green, right? Park your car somewhere else. Avoid, the potentially long jams at MyTech, all right? If you want to drive. I mean, this year, there are a lot more parking bays that are available in the surrounding areas, all right? I believe our social media posts went out already. We have them at Aeon, Hyatt Regency. There's a new Met 1 open here. So I think we're looking easily at maybe close to 2,000 days or so. But to avoid any stress at all, park at Sunway Putra or KL Central or take the trains. We have ample buses running on Rapid KL and Mara Liner, right, from these two locations. It's totally free of charge. They're very comfortable buses, and you don't have to worry about the stress and hassle of parking and driving. Now, if we see the demand start to increase, especially, we are committed to putting up even more buses to help people get to the fair with less hassle. Right.
Is there a plan to expand the buses beyond KL, say to PJ?
We have actually talked about it at MATTA, and we are still assessing the viability of doing this. So who knows, it may be a good idea when we even expand it to other areas in the future. Yeah.
Hello. Morning. I'm Candy from Central Daily. So I have two main questions for Mr. Sian. So for the zero interest installment payment promotion offered by RHB, so does the customer need to meet a minimum purchase, or does it depends on whether the participating excavator offer this installment facility?
Yeah, so normally for 0% installment plan, the minimum spend to cater for it is a minimum of 1,000 ringgit, which is cut across the industry. So that's therefore for the kind of ticket size, it's actually worth to go for it because you actually cut it into basically 12 different cheaper installment, lower installment plans. Yeah. So normally it's minimum of 1,000 ringgit.
Does that mean every excavator that actually for any excavator, so we can use this card for the zero installment?
Most likely. Not every exhibitor, participating exhibitors. Yeah. So you can actually look out for the so-called the backer boards or any point of sale materials that actually show the RHB 0% installment plan. Thank you.
So my second question is regarding to RHB card payment transaction in collaboration with MATTA over the past 4 years. So what was the total transaction value and how much does it grow during this period? And for this year target, how is the amount transaction amount that you expect?
Okay. I think what I can answer you is basically in terms of both debit card and credit card spend, same as per acquisition, we are actually growing on a double-digit basis, on a yearly basis. So for this year, definitely we would like to continue that kind of momentum. So we are looking at a double-digit growth as well. Yeah, especially with all the values that we are bringing in this year, additional values, right? So we are actually pretty optimistic in terms of achieving this target. Yeah.
MATTA Fair September 2026.